Watch me take this rough opal and carve it. I am so nervous about this. And enter it into the most prestigious opal carving competition in the world. I'm totally out of my depth, but I won't know until I try. This is one of my biggest challenges yet. Today I've got this beautiful piece of Andamooka crystal, but it's in a shape that's very difficult to cut. So today we're going to get on the Dremel first. Yep, you heard it first. So I've grabbed the gem torch to have a look inside it, and I can see that there's quite a few areas of really nice clean opal. But there's layers of colour bars, and I need to make sure that I cut the better colour bars out of this. All right, let's go over to the Dremel. I really have a lot of hesitation around doing something that I'm not really great at and then entering a competition, which I think is not really my place to do it, but I'm gonna stick my head out and take it like a man and see how it goes. If I don't win, I don't expect to win because I'm not great at this carving opal thing. I can cut a beautiful shape, but when it comes to carving and undulated shapes, it really doesn't agree with me whatsoever. So my father used to be really good at carving opal, and that didn't really transfer across to me. And I don't know whether it'll transfer across to Saxon, but so far none of us have really taken on the whole carving thing. So this is a really big jump for me, and to do it publicly is quite scary. So we'll see how we go. I do hope to do a good job. I will try the best I can, so we'll see what happens. There will be people entering this carving competition from all over the world, and Enlightening Ridge itself has some of the best opal carvers on the planet. So I start by taking all the sand off. It's now 3 weeks till the deadline of the competition, and I've got a lot of dremeling to do, and I hope I make it in time. This task is starting to feel bigger than it probably really is. As I work my way around the piece, getting to know it, I take it on the wheel to give it a bit of a shape before I start to carve. Alright, back to the Dremel. These sounds remind me of partly going to the dentist and also my childhood growing up listening to my dad. I used to watch my dad carving opal, and he used to do it over months and months, and he'd be adding to it bit by bit every so often, and until he gets it to a certain point where he says, yeah, that's good enough, I like that. I hope I can do it in this time frame of about 3 weeks, because and do a good job, and that's pretty daunting for someone who doesn't carve, or actually I don't know how long it takes really to carve an opal, so I may have it done in 2 weeks, but I just don't know. So I've pretty much got all the sand spots out now, and it looks like a really massive, daunting task of smoothing every single surface, and I'm not sure I'm going to make it, because I can grind sand spots out of opal, but when it comes to smoothing undulated surfaces, I'm not really good at it. Kind of like when you're playing golf and you can hit a ball straight down the fairway, but when it comes to your short game, chipping and putting and stuff like that, that's when I turn really impatient and start playing really badly. So I'm challenging myself here to make that end game really count and get this carving to the best of my ability. I'm using wooden Dremel tips that my father made many years ago to polish this piece, and it's kind of sentimental that these pieces have lasted so long. I guess that's just the German in him. He's always doing his very best. So that's one area polished, and now I've got so much more to go. I've been now working on this piece for a good couple of weeks, and I still can't seem to be getting a good polish inside those concaved areas. So I've decided to mark them out with a pen, and so that I know where those spots are once I take it on the Dremel in the water, because you can't see anything once scratches are wet. You don't realise how much work's involved in carving opal until you give it a go yourself, and I really do take my hat off to those who do it full time. I've now reached around the end of my capability, and I'm quite happy with the end result. I can see a few scratches here and there, but I think it's good for a first attempt, and I hope it's good enough for a competition. Only time will tell. I hope it's good enough. It looks good to me. And that was a lot of work. Well, that's the first part of its journey done. Now, onto the Lightning Ridge Opal Festival.
It's time to embark on the 9-hour journey out to the ridge. We usually split up the driving, go half and half, makes it a little bit easier on ourselves. With a 2:30 wake up, we usually arrive there around the 12:30 to 1 o'clock mark. It's always good to be back at the ridge, back to where I grew up.
G'day and welcome to Black Opal Direct. My name's Justin.
Hi, I'm Saxon from Black Opal Direct.
This is my dad Jürgen.
And I'm here with my dad Justin.
We're just walking down to the new, the 2013 Opal Festival at Lightning Ridge.
And today we're heading down to the 2025 Lightning Ridge Opal Festival.
Have a look around, so we'll show you a bit.
And we're recreating a scene from 2013 of my dad and his dad. So
Your grandfather.
my grandfather. But yeah, let's see what it has in store for us.
But I need to be grumpier, I think. So we got here about 4 days before the Opal Festival started, and I had spent all my money on opal already. And it was really hard to say no to things I found at the show. But it was great to catch up with old faces and some new ones. Hello. This was a jar of rough that I really wanted to buy, but I just didn't have the money left. Well, we've done our buying and we're having a look through a little bucket of rough that we just bought, and now we're going to do the hardest negotiation I've ever done.
Here's the deal.
Alright.
Alright, that's a deal.
Yeah.
I'll take it. There you go.
Thank you.
Wow, this is a nice opal, by the way. Very pretty.
Yeah.
I like it.
Next, we went and saw Peter Cook, the famous outback opal hunter, and he's built this amazing mini golf course out of all these wacky objects. Well, sorry, they're made into wacky objects with old mining equipment.
Ready?
And it's lots of fun. I'd definitely recommend it if you're in town.
That's what's meant to happen. Two.
I'd really love to know what goes on inside Peter's head. The amount of weird and wacky things he's built there, it's truly crazy.
Oh, stop,
But it's people
stop,
like this
stop.
that just thrive with opal mining, as you kind of have to be a jack of all trades to work on the opal fields.
Next stop, it's the Opal Miners Hall of Fame. It's a new establishment with the most awesome information and stories about how opal miners struck it rich. And in my opinion, one of the best things to go and see when you come to Lightning Ridge.
Butterfly wings in it with the body, and as you move it, the colours will move with it.
Looks like we bought a fair bit of gear, doesn't it?
Sure does. Quite a bit of rough this time, which is nice.
Yeah, no, hopefully we've got some nice ones to make good videos out of
Absolutely.
for the people at home. I'm really happy with this stone that we bought. I really like that.
Blue
I
one,
think
yeah.
it's going to be gorgeous underneath.
Could be.
That high dome, that bar underneath, take that grey off the top. We might do a live out of that one.
Yeah.
Shape it up.
No, that'll be good though.
Yeah, I reckon.
These are cool too. All the dinosaur bones.
Oh, the fossils. I'm amazed that I got that fossil. That one vertebrae in there is so cool.
It is.
I really want to take some good photos of that.
Yeah, people love to see that.
And I think it's also time to start collecting more fossils. There's a pine cone in there too, you know.
Yeah. That doesn't interest me as much.
The pine cone.
Yeah.
Pine cones are so rare. I get maybe one a year now. So they're quite rare.
Yeah, this is cool. It's a beautiful little
Yep.
cushion cut
Yep.
for a great price.
And I love that type of opal, and it comes from a fossil claim, which is those fossils. And whenever you get a fossil claim, those colours are so bright. I'm really happy with that. I can't wait to get that one home and get a bit of a closer look to it in it.
Beautiful bag of P-Nobbies. How good.
P-Nobbies are the best. P-Nobbies are so good.
It's so cold here. I can't even feel my hands to open this
Yeah.
bag.
It is. It was -1 this morning.
So dumb.
So freezing cold.
So dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this was a good buy.
I was really happy. And I've always talked about P-Nobbies and how special they are. And a lot of people think, oh, you get P-Nobby claims, they're always small, but they're small and bright and strong and usually in clusters. So really happy about that.
And then all the rough.
And then there's this one that you don't like.
Oh,
Well, if you don't like it, then we are taking a good risk, but
it's a proper risk of this one.
looks like grey opal with a red colour bar going through it. And only a couple of spots show that the pot trick is going black. So if it does go black, then it may cut well.
Yeah.
That's a big risk. Big risk.
Sure is.
So be it. Anyway, I'm going to put that there. and it's the night of the awards. It's great to be a Peaky Blinder. I'm a little bit nervous. You reckon?
I feel so ridiculous.
Nah, you look great. You got Peaky Blinders, bro. We got Peaky Blinder hats
It's not quite the same, is it though?
without the accent.
I'm ready, I think, to MC the Australian Opal Awards. A little bit scared, but I'll be fine.
The award night is held at the local bowling club, which is just across the road from where we're staying. With many people coming from all over the world, with the room filled with some of the most talented opal people in the industry.
Hello everyone, my name is Ruth Benjamin Thomas. I am married to a grumpy bald guy. A grumpy red-headed bald guy.
Where is it?
My company is Black Opal Direct, and I'm also the president of the Opal Association. And the beautiful committee has asked me to MC the awards this year, and I have to thank them for it. So I'm looking forward to a great night with all of you tonight. It won People's Choice by an obvious smile. And I think it's really deserved that the hometown boy, Corey Gibson,
And while I didn't win, nor even get a mention, it just shows the talent in the room. I'm truly humbled by the experience and know I have a lot to learn about opal carving. And maybe I just stay in my lane.
So that's another year of the Lightning Ridge Opal Festival. We hope you enjoyed this journey, and we'll see you next time.